Hey Nakama, this is Gomu Gomu. It's me. My name is Aldian or Alden, and today we're gonna be doing a Theory Thursday, right? So today we're gonna be talking about Blackbeard, the enigma that is Blackbeard. He is one of the most interesting characters I think in all of One Piece. So I'm gonna be going on CBR. I always forget what it stands for. Don't shoot the messenger. And we're gonna be just talking about how valid I think each one of these top 10 theories about Blackbeard are. Now, this was published 2 years ago, so if you're keeping up with the manga, then you might know some things. If you're not, this is strictly anime. I know I was going to start incorporating manga, but we'll get into that. Anyways, follow me on TikTok. I'm going to start posting real soon. I'm going to start posting skits, comedy, series, whatever, on One Piece anime in general. Link. I'm going to try to link it down below if I learn how to do all that stuff. I'm not very tech savvy. But anyways, let's get into this. All right, so top 10 One Piece theories. You can all find the CBR, right? So number 10, Blackbeard is connected to Rocks D. I'm always say this wrong, but Quebec, Zebec, whatever. So right now it's saying that chapter 957 of One Piece, titled Ultimate, mentions Rocks D because I'm gonna call him Rocks because everybody else calls him Rocks. I'm gonna call him Rocks. Anyways, is a character from the history books who terrorized. We all know this stuff. Interestingly, Blackbeard has made the same island his home and even named his flagship Saber of Rocks, implying that there might be a connection between the two pirates. Now, this one's honestly on the upper tier for me, like because, and I know it's gonna be sound goofy, but they got like kind of like the same hair, the same, they just got that same evil, menacing look, and anime is very like linear. Like if you see a connection between two characters, chances are it's gonna stay a connection. Like there's gonna shit's gonna line up. So I think on a scale of 1 to 10, this is probably like a 6.5, 7. I could honestly see them saying, "Oh, he's a son, he's a brother, he's a nephew, like he's something." Not probably not son, probably like grandson, but you get what I'm saying. Like he's connected somehow, right? All right, so now Blackbeard will eat a third devil fruit. Now this one is probably like upper like 9.5 to me, because things in anime, things in TV, things in movies, they all seem better when it's 3, 5, 10, things like that. Like numbers that just feel final. Like there's 3 strikes in baseball and you're out. There's 3 outs and then you're out in baseball, and it's not just baseball, but you get what I'm saying. Like it's just like 3 is a magic number to me. Like in MMA there's 3 rounds, like when it's a non-championship fight, but when it's championship fight there's 5 rounds. Like there's certain numbers that have a, like I would never see somebody having 4 of something. Like it's just weird. Like there's 7 Dragon Ball. 7 is an odd number after 5 and 30. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. This one just seems very, valid to me in the sense that he's already eaten 2. He already has 2. I don't know if he's eaten 2. There's a theory. We might going to talk about that. So, but I guess you can see it right now. So 8, Blackbeard has other people living in his body. Now this one to me is one of the most, it's one of the most plausible because of the one right before it. So we've already been told the story that like if you eat one devil fruit, there's a devil living inside your body, and if you try to eat another one, then those 2 devils fight and you basically explode. So, and we've never seen anybody actually attempt it, like to eat 2 devil fruits. So, and then when Blackbeard took the devil fruit from Whitebeard, we didn't see what happened. We just saw he go under a curtain, he came back out, everything's fine. So that one to me, like there's this theory that in the darkness world, I guess, that he creates with his I always forget the names of these devil fruits. Don't sit there and start chastising me. You don't even know what you're talking about. The Yami Yami no Mi, I think, but they say like he can create a dark, like he can create a void where people can live. Now there's a couple holes, like, oh, when you first meet Blackbeard, it's like he was by himself and everything. He was scared and nervous. So like, where would the siblings come in later? So it's just like there is some holes, but to me it's pretty valid. I'd probably give that one as well a 9.5, just because it's so intertwined with the one before. All right, so 7, 7, Blackbeard will come to Wano. It didn't happen, as we've seen. This was 2 years ago, so a lot of people probably thought it was going to happen because there was a theory circulating that he was going to try and get Kaido's devil fruit, but I don't think that's one for Blackbeard. I think he's looking for something else. So, all right. So 6, we got Blackbeard can read poneglyphs by himself. I see. Look, we don't know too much about Blackbeard's crew, right? We've like met, you know, like characters here and there, but we just don't know. We just don't know who does what exactly. Like I'm saying, obviously we know the sniper, the big strong, you know, like we know the key players, but we don't know what each one of them does in the furtherance of his, like him trying to become king or emperor of everybody or whatever the case may be. But what I will highlight is interestingly, can't even talk, Oda revealed to fans that archaeology is one of Blackbeard's favorite hobbies, which means he could possibly have the power to read the stones by himself and find his way to Laugh-Tale. Now, how plausible is that? I mean, because O'Hara, and I don't know where he would have picked up the skill and the knowledge to read them, but we'll see, I guess. But that one, for me, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it about a 5 because we don't know. So it's like, I'm on the fence about that one. So we don't know. So Blackbeard has a member of the 3-Eye tribe on his crew. Another known way to read the poneglyphs is to use the power of the 3-Eye tribe. Although none of their kind has been introduced in One Piece so far, a half-blooded 3-Eye tribe member, Pudding, was featured in the Whole Cake Island arc, as we all remember. Crazy one. Jesus Burgess, Blackbeard's first division commander, always wears a mask. Hidden under his mask could be a third eye, which allows him to help Blackbeard find Laugh-Tale. Now, this guy, Jesus, or Hercules, or Burgess, whatever, he's supposed to be the big strong guy. He's very weird to me because, like, he has these, he got beat up by Sabo, but then he was fucking up people in the revolution. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, he is very weird to me. So could he possibly be a 3-Eye tribe member? I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. And, you know, this one's probably along the same lines of, 5.5, because obviously he does wear the mask all the time, so we don't know what he looks like underneath it. So he could have a third eye, but it's just like, is it something I'd be willing to be like, oh my God, there it is? No. So 5.5, just to, give it some spark. Blackbeard will fight Shanks and kill him. Now, Shanks is going to get a whole video on his own. I'm going to do a Theory Thursdays on Shanks because he's just meeting with the Gorosei, talking about he is a pirate he wants to talk about, knowing all this shit before. I mean, first off, the Gorosei thing is just mind-blowing on its own. Like, you're able to walk into the 5 elders and nobody says anything. You're able to stop the Paramount War and everybody's just okay with it. Like, I get you're strong. Whitebeard's strong. I get you're strong. But all these other pirates are strong. Like, I get it, but I don't. Now, obviously, if you read the manga, you might be caught up on something that might have happened. I'm not saying I do know. I'm not saying there is. I'm just saying, if you are, let us know in the comments below. But I don't think Blackbeard could kill Shanks. Now, this one doesn't really have that much validity to him. So I'll just read what it says right here. It says, Shanks is one of the uncle of the sea, just like Blackbeard himself. The two have quite a lot of history, as hinted at when Shanks met Whitebeard and later when the two came face to face in Marineford. Blackbeard implied that the two would fight at some point in the future, and given Blackbeard's inevitable setup as one of the final antagonists in Luffy's journey, him killing Shanks makes a lot of sense. Now, that would be great if you just looked at One Piece as a whole and didn't know the intricacies of One Piece, right? So, and what I'm about to mention is going to go into number 3, which I don't believe, but we're going to talk about that. Shanks has the strongest haki we know of in the One Piece universe, right? And what did Kaido tell us? Kaido told us that powerful haki can defeat devil fruits. Now, there's a reason Blackbeard didn't want to fight Shanks at Marineford. There's a reason he hasn't tried to fight him yet. He knows at the end of the day, Shanks is the most likely to try to become king of the pirates or the grand emperor of the sea or whatever they want to call it. Like, whether they all worry about the king of the pirates title or not, like Luffy, but Blackbeard's not stupid. He's very strategic. He knows all these things. So it would make the most sense to go after Shanks, but he doesn't because there's a reason. He's going after fodder. He's going after Jewelry Bonnie and, and Boa Hancock and such and such. There's a reason he's not going after him. He might not feel he's powerful enough yet on his own. And I mean, as we saw with the Seraphim, he's a strong swordsman can fuck him up. It looks like, obviously. Now the vortex and the yami yami no mi, I was right. That plays a key factor. But a strong swordsman, the Seraphim, I'm pretty sure that's not as strong as Shanks, just with a sword, not even hockey related. So to put 2 and 2 together, it's not really making sense. Now, this is obviously 2 years old. I probably need to find an updated one, and that might take away a couple. But I'm just going off this because it's one of the most, like, that is the thing that popped up first. So now it's saying Blackbeard can absorb hockey with the yami yami no mi. Hockey is an incredible power that can help a person get around the defensive abilities offered by a devil fruit. One would assume that with hockey, Blackbeard's yami yami no mi can be countered. However, Blackbeard explicitly stated that his fruit sucks in everything there is in the world, including light. This implies hockey could very well be sucked in by his power as well, and is further supported by the fact that he fought Ace, Whitebeard, Son Goku, and Garp, and all of them were... See, look. He fought them, and they mentioned hockey, but they didn't give us the level of detail that we've come to know. So, whoa. Blackbeard will fight Shanks and kill him. I think he'll fight him, obviously. I don't think he'll kill him, though. He might get... If Oda wants to add some drama to it, Luffy might save Shanks, even though he might not need saving. So I'd give this one about a 3.5, maybe a 4. We'll see. So the Blackbeard can absorb hockey. The validity of it... I've seen Shanks stop Akainu's magma on his sword without his sword even being covered in hockey. So can it really absorb everything? I don't think so. I mean, I like to think that Blackbeard is very boastful, very brash, and he likes to say, "Oh, my devil fruit can do everything." So maybe he's just hyping himself up. We'll see. Anyways, so for this one, I'd give it like a 2.5, 3. I wouldn't go too much higher just because for the simple fact that we haven't seen him fight a strong hockey user now. All that stuff was pre-time skip, and I don't know how influential Oda thought hockey would be. I'm not saying he didn't plan it out and have this vision board and all that shit, but I'm just saying, like, we didn't see hockey as much as we do. Every single person you fight has hockey right now. Almost everybody, but every single person is fucking dipped in hockey. So we didn't see it as much as we did back then when we did see a little bit of Blackbeard fighting. All right, now so we got Blackbeard will surpass Roger's bounty. Blackbeard is one of the strongest characters in the world of One Piece, and he already has one of the highest active bounties ever among the Yonko. His bounty stands last at 2,247,600,000 berries. However, that certainly isn't going to be his final bounty, given that Blackbeard will be one of the greatest obstacles in Luffy's way. His bounty is likely to shoot up to a sky-high level, especially if he acquires another devil fruit. Him surpassing even Roger's numbers is totally possible. Now, this one is... it's plausible, but the final devil fruit he gets is going to be very influential in what it's going to be. So like if he got like a Kaido devil fruit, then it would definitely shoot up. But if he gets a devil fruit that's more strategic, that only he knows the real use of, so like let's say he did end up getting Boa's devil fruit, right? I'm not even trying to remember it. So let's say he does get somebody's devil fruit, or let's say he does end up getting Boa's devil fruit, right? I don't even remember the name, so don't even press me about it, right? But like he wouldn't really be able to use it in the way she uses it. So if he knows a certain way it can be used, then maybe. But so what I'm saying that to say that his bounty will go up with whatever devil fruit he gets, depending on the known qualities of it, how well it can be used to the naked eye. Like people, because like if you imagine Blackbeard with like a Kaido type devil fruit, you're just like, that's like almost impossible to beat. Especially if he can merge, Kaidos with Whitebeards in his own, like that would be impossible, right? So it just depends on what devil fruit he gets. I do think that somebody, aka Luffy, will surpass Roger's bounty, but I don't know if Blackbeard will before Luffy. Well, it would have to be, yeah. So I'll give this one like about a 4.5, maybe a 5, just to be neutral about it. Okay, so Blackbeard wants to dominate the entire world. Much about Blackbeard's character remains unknown in the story so far, and his goals are largely unknown as well. While the fans do know that he is aiming for the One Piece, there is certainly more to his story. It is widely believed that Blackbeard has inherited the will of Rocks, who wanted to become the king of the world. By acquiring the greatest powers, Blackbeard could become someone capable of pulling this off. Now, what I want to say about Blackbeard, he's going to be... I have my own theories, right? I don't want to say this too loud because I don't want people to start copying me. I have my own theories, right? This hat looks dirty, but I'm pretty sure, isn't it? I have my own theories, right? I think Shanks is going to be the final attack. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. I just deliver the message. I'm just saying I don't think it's going to be Blackbeard. I have this sneaking suspicion that Oda is going to pull the wool over our eyes and the final boss is going to be Shanks. And it's not going to be like in a heinous way and it's just going to be like he wants the ultimate, world's ultimate treasure, the ultimate prize. So I do think that Blackbeard will be towards the end, probably in Elbaf is when they're gonna have their big fight. Honestly, yeah. But I could talk about all that. Like that's gonna be for another video. That's gonna be another theory. Anyways, so that was my breakdown of his theories. I'm not gonna say most recent ones, but recent ones. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Remember to follow me on TikTok. Please like, share, and subscribe. Be safe and well in your travels. Enjoy the journey. And just know, this year, I will be the king of YouTube. Peace.